there, my name is Henry Tenby. This is Tenby AI, and I'd like to give a bit of an update since my last video. As I explained in the last video, my OpenClaw agent had some issues. He went into a loop, and I had to have my Hermes agent rescue him, and that was quite costly. I've now got my credit card bill, and I can see that that was a several $100 exercise. And I made the decision after that situation to not use the OpenClaw agent and pretty much just continue working with my Hermes agent. So where am I at? What have I got done? Well, I had to do quite a bit more travel, and I'm now settled back at home over the past week. And basically, my Hermes agent wasn't really able to do anything for me. So the problem was he couldn't do my YouTube work because the setups, I set him up in browser sessions before I left, and those browser sessions became invalid. So he was unable to get into my YouTube to upload videos. So that was a bit frustrating. Apparently there's some other way to set it up so that he will have the access. He didn't want to do that at the outset. He wanted to have the browser session set up for him, but that's unreliable, and it's wasted a lot of my time because work couldn't get done. And yeah, very, very frustrating on that level. So none of my social media has been taken over at this point because of the fiasco with the OpenClaw agent going into that loop and having to have my Hermes agent fix it. That cost me, well, I got my credit card bill, almost $700 in tokens. So that was a very, very expensive exercise. While I was down in the Caribbean, I did work on a website business that I've developed, or that I am developing with the help of my Hermes agent. And the Hermes agent did coding work. He put it into I guess a depository or whatever it's called on GitHub. And we got to the stage where he was ready to start uploading that code to my server. And again, just like with the YouTube access, I spent quite a lot of money with back and forth requests between my Hermes agent and my real person server tech to try to get things set up. And we just went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. My server guy said, well, what about this? And it was just a lot of back and forth. And my real server guy cost me $100 an hour. So again, several $100 got burned. And I still not got my Hermes agent able to do the FTP access so that he can resolve these issues that he needs to resolve and continue with the development. So in total, I'm out, I guess, about $1,400 over the last 4 weeks. Looks like that coding has been done on a project that I'm working on, which I will tell you about in a different video, but we haven't been able to get to testing it yet. And we haven't even been able to get that code up to my live server environment. So basically what the issue is, we have to set up FTP. That's one issue, and passwords have to be provided back and forth. Can't be done through Telegram. And now that I'm back home, hopefully we'll be able to get past this hurdle quickly. We'll see. And then the other issue was that we were setting up Twilio to provide a means of authenticating users for my business for this web-based application, so that we can ensure that real people with real phones and real names are actually verified as being human beings and not bots that will be signing up to use the business that I'll be working on and developing. And that Twilio also required back and forth information in terms of the server setup that my real person server tech had questions and issues. Vince, who is my Hermes agent, back and forth. And so that was very costly. So here we are. It's late July. I'm out about $1,400. I don't have any of my social media being done by my Hermes agent. I'm hoping to be able to get him finally set up so that he can darn well access my YouTube, my Instagram, what else do I have? TikTok, etc., so that he can upload videos. I can give him a large video. He can split it up into shorter, I don't know what they're called, mini videos. For those various platforms and do all the metadata work with them. So I've kind of been held up just because of a couple of factors. So it's been quite frustrating. I do watch a lot of videos on YouTube of people saying how their agents are making them money hand over fist and one-person businesses and sit back and do nothing. That's not been far from my reality, I can tell you that. I do talk to my agent, no problem. You know, talking to him through the Telegram app, that's just great. But the other issue was that when my real person server tech would ask certain questions, Vince, who is my Hermes agent, would lose context. So he would give incomplete, non-accurate responses to the questions being asked. So we've got to figure out a way to have the context being preserved. And I'm not sure if I have to use the Kanban board. I know Alex Finn recommended a service called Linear to keep track of your agents and sub-agents. But yeah, this business of losing context, it has been costly. As I say, it's at least $700 in actual billable hours for my server tech against me. So I really want this to stop. I want my agent to be able to do all this stuff on his own within the server, not having to trouble my real human server tech with back and forth questions. It's just, what's the point, right? What's the point? So this business of losing context, I mean, I've got three things happening. I've got the development of web business, which I'll be telling you about, and I've got my social media, okay, and I've also got my videos, which have to be prepared for the social media. So there's three different topics of discussion that happen between me and my main Hermes agent, Vince. And I usually do a /reset when I change topics, so to keep him up to speed and knowledgeable in with what we're talking about. But as I say, it's not been ideal. He is losing context, and they do say that, oh, Hermes is great. They're self-learning and they're just fantastic. Well, that's definitely not been my experience so far. Hope it'll change. I don't have hand over fist money to report as being earned by my brilliant agents yet. My life is not any easier. My workload isn't any less. So I'm not yet at the point where a lot of the people making YouTube videos are proselytizing about the virtues of AI agents. I'm not there yet. We'll see if I can get there, but that's essentially an update as of end of July over the past 1 month. So I'll be back with more details soon, whether you find this interesting or not. It is a documentation of what I'm experiencing, and hopefully you did find it somewhat interesting. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.